This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 1967, How to Create Your Own Self-Help Routine for Success by Renee of thefunsizedlife.com, and I'm Justin Malik. Happy Friday and welcome back to Optimal Living Daily, or OLD, where I read blogs to you for free. It's an award-winning podcast thanks to you. And thank you to the authors for giving me permission. I couldn't do it without them. I have a brand new author for you today, Renee. I'll tell you about her right after the reading, so for now, let's get right to it and continue optimizing your life. How to Create Your Own Self-Help Routine for Success by Renee of thefunsizedlife.com. There's a ton of information about self-help on the shelves these days, right? So much so that your mind just might explode from the massive amount of information consumption. What this overload of info can lead to is people repeatedly trying different tactics and techniques that leave them living in a total state of chaos. So how are you supposed to know what information to try and what self-help strategies just won't work for you? I've broken down some ideas on how to tap into what works for you so you can create your own self-help routine. There is no one-size-fits-all. I get that a one-size-fits-all approach to self-help and even a stylish poncho are nice ideas in theory. However, it's just a bald-faced lie, for real. That poncho will not fit everyone, and then what happens to the person who finds it too snug or the person who finds themselves drowning in it? Chances are they will ultimately decide what worked for everyone else didn't work for them. The same goes for self-help strategies that are designed to fit everyone. When the whole world seems to be successful with these strategies and you struggle to find your groove, you're left feeling like a better life just isn't in the cards for you. This is something I have worked to become hyper aware of as a life coach, that each individual needs to be honored differently. So what do you do when what works for the majority isn't working for you? Decide what already works for you. What already puts you in your groove? Is there a certain time of day that you feel the most productive? How about clothes that you know put you in a better mood, like my minimalist uniform? Take the time to write out all of the things that you know are already working for you. Your list might look like this: doing big mental tasks in the morning, having a slow start morning, being outdoors instead of a gym, speaking my thoughts instead of writing them, sleeping with the fan on, guided meditations, having clear kitchen counters. By starting with the things you are already successful with, you are more likely to build a more solid self-help routine. And when you hear new ideas, you are more likely to tune into the ones that will actually work for you. Add without adding. One of the sneakiest ways to increase your mental health and improve how you conduct yourself throughout the day is to add things to your day without really adding anything. So what the heck do I mean by that? Small quits. If you're working to have less sugar in your diet, maybe you could add 1 teaspoon less of creamer to your morning coffee. You are sticking to your same routine, adding nothing, but taking one small step in the right direction. Routine knowledge. One of my favorite ways to boost my mental health is by playing an audiobook or podcast during my otherwise silent routines, like doing my makeup and making my bed. This way you can feed your mind, get some inspirational words, and not have to add anything to your to-do list. Avoid or supplement. If you have a nasty habit or addiction you're trying to kick, instead of just going cold turkey, work on substituting or avoiding temptation altogether. For example, you always get an energy drink when you get gas. Avoid going into the gas station or supplement your energy drink for a coffee or even a soda. Gratitude walk. At some point during the day, you are taking a walk, whether it's to the break room at work or the bathroom 18 times a day like me. This time could be extremely valuable time, especially if you are having an otherwise stressful day. During these mini walks, take the time to practice gratitude. Adopt what feels natural. If ever you find yourself thinking something like, I have to do this because fill in the blank said it's life-changing, or I have to make this happen, otherwise I am a insert self-doubt name calling. Whenever you find yourself doing something out of force or have to, definitely pay attention to your motives behind it. This is the entire concept of my pull group coaching program, getting out of that state of pushing, letting go of those have tos, and just allowing yourself to show up for your life and take aligned actions that guide you with purpose. Find your helpers. Sometimes there are people in life who just get us. If you are not a gym goer, you probably don't want to rely on your 7 days a week workout friend with a six-pack to be your accountability buddy. Chances are the only advice they're going to be able to offer is based off what they know, and you already know that won't work for you. Take the time to find a friend, family member, counselor, or coach that you feel aligns with who you are and how you want to show up in the world. Having an accountability partner or even just someone to talk to about self-growth can be a massive way to transform your self-help routine and your life. You just listened to the post titled, How to Create Your Own Self-Help Routine for Success by Renee Bennis of thefunsizedlife.com. And thank you to Renee. A little bit about her. She's a self-proclaimed recovering people pleaser and shopaholic turned minimalist investor. And she works to promote simple, aligned living, which includes understanding who you are and what you value so that you can build a life and financial plan around it. So come by thefunsizedlife.com. You can find that linked in this episode's description. She has a bunch of content plus freebies worth checking out. And thank you again to Renee for letting us share her work. But that's it for today. Thank you for being here and listening every day. And I'll be back over the weekend where your optimal life awaits.